makakasama naman natin ngayon sa studio live si Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adiong. Si Representative Adiong ang sponsor sa House ngayong taon para sa 2025 budget ng Office of the Vice President. Ang laki ng problema nyo, sir. Magandang gabi po at maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpapaunlak sa amin, Representative Adiong.
Magandang gabi po, Ms. Ma'am Corina. Thank you for having me.
Pinasisimple po ng ibang usapan. Bakit daw 15 minutes lang ang pagpapasa ng budget para kay Pangulong BBM, pero ngayon, dalawang araw ng hearing ng mahabang oras ang itinatagal sa deliberasyon para sa Office of the Vice President budget?
Well, unang-una po, wala pong controversy ang budget po ng Office of the President. At pangalawa, umattend po yung ating Executive Secretary representing the President. Full force po ang opisina ng Malacanang. And yun nga po, wala po talagang usapin pagdating sa utilization, pagdating po sa pondo. Yung mga naging question lang po ng mga ibang kasamahan po natin doon ay mostly yung stand ng President sa West Philippine Sea, kung ano yung stand ng President pagdating sa pag-aresto kay Kibuloy, and many others which are not necessarily connected with the budget. No? These are all political concerns. No? So ang sinabi po ng that time presiding officer, Congressman Toby Tiangco, we can discuss about this in the plenary. No? Kasi pagdating po sa pre-budget deliberation really is if there are concerns on the low utilization or concerns regarding COA report, then that's the time we discuss about the budget. But if there's no other concerns, there are no other controversies in terms of the usage of the funding, then we immediately approve. In fact, hindi lang ho ang Office of the President, there are also agencies na hindi ho sila dumaan sa ganong kasusing pagdideliberasyon.
Bakit po sa palagay ninyo nagrereklamo ang Office of the Vice President na pinag-iinitan siya pagdating sa pag-iisa-isa sa pinaggamitan ng kanyang pondo?
Ultimately, we're talking about public funds. It's not really a personal fund. It's a public fund born out from the intention or the priority of the Office of the Vice President. Remember, ang nagpe-prepare po ng pondo na yan ay ang opisina po ng Ehekutibo, no? Ang Office of the Vice President. So normally, when you approve the budget and you simply ask the questions on how do you utilize in the previous years, kasi may mga programa po dyan na continuous na ginagawa, no? Or continuous yung appropriation niya. So naturally, you have to compare from the previous budget to the proposed budget for next year. So ang nangyayari po dyan, aside from it's a mandate of Congress to really dig deeper into the usage of the funding, especially if there are reports from COA, naturally, there's going to be questions from the members.
Yun po ba ang pinanggagalingan dahil po may mga question galing sa COA? Kaya po ninyo sinisingsin?
Meron po talagang observation, no? Audit observation na ginawa, which leads to the issuance of the disallowance, notice of disallowance. So ito pong pondo na ito ay according to the COA report ay talagang it was utilized outside of it's not non-compliant to the joint circular na binigay po ng COA, ng DILG, and many other agencies. It's a joint circular, no, on how to spend properly the confidential funds. And of course, magtatanong po talaga yung mga kasamahan natin sa Kongreso because karamihan po doon sa mga, like halimbawa, yung sa line items in the program po ng Office of the Vice President, it's a continuing allocation. So if it's a continuing allocation, naturally, there's going to be questions about that.
Sa inyo pong isip, patas po ba ang pagtrato dito kay Vice President Sara Duterte? Because ang sinasabi po niya ay hindi patas ang pagtrato sa kanya, hambing sa iba tulad ng sa opisina ni President BBM and other agencies which you say you don't really nitpick on the way she's being nitpicked on now. So tingin po ninyo,
hindi naman din ho lahat ng ahensya ay may reklamo or may nilabasan po ng COA report.
Okay.
Opo.
Okay. Bakit po sa palagay ninyo hindi na lamang niya sagutin ang mga tanong?
I cannot really speak for her. Ma'am, your guess is as good as mine. I simply cannot fathom why, bakit ho ganun yung naging responses ng ating Vice President. Ang sa akin lang po is, sayang yung opportunity. It could have been an avenue for the Office of the Vice President to really explain, no, kung paano po yung mga ganong klaseng mga concerns, no. It's actually a perfect opportunity for them to clarify and to to resolve or address some misconceptions, no?
So ganun po talaga, kung hindi po itong 2025 budget ang pinagtatalunan on the Office of the Vice President, not the budget, but actually yung nakaraan pang mga ginastos.
Tama po yun.
Ano po ang koneksyon? Kailangan sagutin mo muna ito bago ka namin rilisan ng bagong budget?
Ganito po yan. Pag budget cycle kasi, pag budget hearing, may mga line items po dyan na mini-maintain po, ini-introduce din po at nandoon po sa pinopropose na budget. So kung titingnan mo po yan, of course, ang unang tanong mo is yung effectivity nung pag-implement. So it goes down to the issue of utilization, no? Kung halimbawa, mababa po yung utilization rate, ibig sabihin hindi nagastos ng maayos. Either kulang ka ng manpower, either wala kang absorptive capacity. So why would you ask for a budget to allocate funds for a specific program na hindi naman masyadong effectively nagagamit? So that's why you have a comparative analysis on how do you go about with approving the proposal, which happens to have, for example, have line items, there are programs that are present in the past budget that was
Sang-ayon po
approved.
ba kayo na ibigay na lamang po o ilipat sa mga line agencies ang desisyon tungkol po sa pagbabawas ng budget, halimbawa sa DSWD, DOLE, TESDA at iba pa?
Well, ang sa akin naman po, the Office of the Vice President, wala naman po talagang polisiya na sa ngayon na nagsasabing the Vice President can only do this much, no? In fact, I'm looking at the Office of the Vice President and not the current occupant, no? Wala naman po nagsasabing bawal mag-engage ang Office of the Vice President to social services. But then again, there are also social services that are ongoing na in-implement po ng mga other agencies, no? So actually, ang recommendation, perhaps ang nakita ko po na based doon sa observation ng COA is there are redundancy, no? And there are also programs that are proposed in the 2025 budget for the Office of the President that are programs being implemented by other agencies.
Sinasabi po ni Ginoong Marcoleta, ito ang kauna-unahang pagkakataon na parang hindi daw nabibigyan ng sapat na respeto o hindi sinusunod ang tradisyon pagdating po sa budget ng Office of the Vice President. But you were also saying na ngayon lang ito nangyari. Ano pong ibig ninyong sabihin ngayon lang ito nangyari?
There are a lot of first times. Ito pong 19 Congress. Ako, first time ko na nga po ito eh. This is my first term and I was shocked nung nangyari po yun. Actually, pag yung sinasabi pong honored time tradition kasi, tama po yun, it's being practiced even before. Pero pag yung on-time honored tradition po, hindi na po nagko-question kung walang nag-o-object. In fact, if you review yung nangyari po sa Office of the President ngayon, I think 3 days ago, there was an objection, no, na hindi na napag-usapan, but it was outvoted. The objection was defeated. So we pursue with the termination of the budget.
So that's the first time.
It happened. It happened actually even before. But the court, yung po kasi, yung on-time honored tradition, it's born out of a courtesy. It's an inter-branch courtesy, inter-parliamentary courtesy. Now, courtesy is a privilege that is given to anybody. If it's a privilege, it's conditional. It's not given freely. It has to be earned. Now, it depends on the circumstance and it depends on the condition that are being set. In this case, apparently there are COA reports and there are issuance of disallowances, which I believe some of the members felt that it's worthy to be looked at.
Ito ba ang kauna-unahang pagkakataon? Masasabi po natin first time that a Vice President refuses to answer.
I believe so.
Questions
I
like
believe
this.
so. Parang feeling, sa palagay ko po, hindi po ito nangyari before. Na not even a single representative or one of our staff went to join the continuation of the pre-budget briefing.
So, posible po ba na zero budget
Ay,
ang
hindi.
Office of the Vice President?
That's impossible. I personally would not support that kind of proposal. Yeah.
What will happen on plenary on Monday?
Well, I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, we will discuss about the budget. Actually, ang budget po for the plenary is the Department of Finance. And I guess the Office of the Vice President will be tackled not this coming Monday, but the Monday next.
Okay, maraming salamat, Representative Zia Alonto Adiong. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you very much.
Sige po.